After naming himself the first consul, Napoleon declared himself the Emperor of the French in 1804. 1 year later, Napoleon took the title of the King of Italy, furthering the extent of his power. With his declaration of the first consul and the addition of the title of Emperor, he was allowed to move beyond the other consuls and approve constitution, while Jean-Jacques Regis and Charles Francois, the two other consuls, were only consultants without real power. In the same year that he became emperor, the Napoleonic Code took effect, 4 years after Napoleon had appointed a commission of legal experts to construct it. This code was not actually named the Napoleonic Code until 1807. Napoleon's reason for creating this was that he thought the old regime legal system had been chaotic and caused widespread protests. Given this opinion, he continued the National Convention's progress from the 1790s in creating a constitution, but created many new laws of his own. Following the creation of the Napoleonic Code, Napoleon released new codes of criminal and commercial law enacted by Napoleon's government in 1810. Even though Napoleon thought very highly of this new law code, some of the laws he created were very controversial so soon after the French Revolution. They sparked arguments and doubt of Napoleon being a supporter of the revolutionary ideas like he said. Though the ideas of equality of all citizens before the law and abolition of privileges based on birth were represented, other ideas included the emphasis on the states' rights taking precedence over the rights of the individuals in France. Even given the controversy, the code's influence spread far throughout Europe to the lands that Napoleon conquered. One of Napoleon's greater successes was the establishment of a new state-controlled system of elite secondary school called the lycées. He also launched several professional and technical schools, such as the École Polytechnique, which was a famed engineering school located in Paris. All of the public educational institutions, and even many of the private ones, were declared supervised by the University of France, a government agency started in 1806. On the contrary, one of Napoleon's ideas that led to wars and even some of his biggest defeats was the continental system. This was an effort to destroy the economy of Napoleon's biggest enemy, the British. The system was created by the Berlin Decree of November 1806 and expanded by the Milan Decree of 1807. Napoleon's idea was designed to make it impossible for the British to trade with anyone on the European mainland. The measures to put into the continental system in effect were the closing of European ports to British ships and goods, as well as the authorization of French privateers to attack British ships and those trading with them. Despite the ideas put into place, Napoleon had a very hard time enforcing the system among the lands of his empire. Smuggling occurred in almost every country, and even took place in France for the business people who still wanted to trade with Britain. Even in his allyship with Russia, Tsar Alexander I refused to support the continental system after verbally supporting it to Napoleon earlier, which was the main cause for the invasion of Russia.